everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a long-awaited Pan That Palette update. I didn't give a Pan That Palette update last month because I just felt like I didn't really have that much progress on the palette itself. Turns out I have way more progress than I anticipated. I think it's different when you focus on only one shadow shade, but because I'm focusing on like a whole palette, I'm trying to get consistent use out of the whole palette, which therefore means that I see small usage in each shadow instead of, you know, one big amount. This year's Pan That Palette for me is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. I absolutely love this palette. It's so easy to use on a day-to-day basis, looks super duper pretty, and you can get really natural and also very much glam looks from this palette, which is one of the reasons why I love it. At the beginning of the year, the palette looked like this, and I'll insert a picture over here, and this is what our palette is looking like now. Hopefully that doesn't give you guys too bad of a reflection. One of the first things to really point out significantly is in this pan right here, we have so much more pan showing in the shade, I think this is Charmer, right? Yeah, in the shade Charmer we have so much pan showing now. This is very much wearing thin. I've been trying to use this every single day and really expand the pan because I would say these two are quite similar. I will say the mattes in here are definitely taking a lot longer to see any progress in than what I originally thought. I thought they might actually be a little bit quicker to see progress in than they are being at the moment. Next thing, which I think is also possibly quite noticeable, is there is pan down here. If you can see it right in the middle of the pan in the shade Funny Girl, there is a decent amount of pan in here. I've been managing to use this pretty much every single day as well. It also works really nicely as a facial highlighter, so I can get extra use out of it through that. And then the other three shades that I would say have had quite a big difference to them would probably be Smarty Pants right here, as well as Sweetheart, Rebel and Leader. I would say this whole bottom row really has been used quite a fair amount recently, and I would say that's pretty much normal for my usage in this palette. I do tend to reach for this bottom row the most. However, I have definitely made a bigger dip in Smarty Pants. Haven't really touched these four shades here. I have played with this one a couple of times this month, the last 2 months, but these four shades here I haven't really touched. My goals for next update are probably going to be to try and have pan in Sweetheart. I feel like that could be doable. Then to expand the pan a little bit more in Funny Girl, but then also get a lot more use out of Firecracker as well. I feel like maybe these two mixed together as well could make a lighter colour as well, which would be easier to use on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, so I think maybe trying to hit pan on this, expanding the pan in Funny Girl, and then also getting a much bigger dip over here in Firecracker. I would also like to see at least 3 to 4 uses of the 4 shades that weren't touched in the last 2 months as well. Because obviously these are more cool tones and these are more your neutrals. Like, this is just a dark shade, to be honest. I'm not really too fussed about not touching Activist, but I would like to at least keep working on Smoke Show and get at least a handful of uses out of these two up here as well, which is Jet Setter and Rocker, just to get some progress moving in them, because I will eventually have to touch them, so I don't want to keep using up, I guess, my favourite shades first. But yeah, at the moment I'm really loving using this palette almost every single day. However, one thing that I do find is I feel like I have to use this every day to get any significant progress. So I actually think I probably will keep to the updates being every 2 months instead of every 1 month, just to allow me some time to play with other palettes in my collection, like my Charlotte Tilbury palette, which I got at Christmas time, which I haven't really been able to use since introducing this as my Pan That palette. I have been really loving using this palette so far very consistently. I just feel a little bit on edge about neglecting other palettes in my collection. Really loving using this, and hopefully we can get some more progress in this and another pan in the next update. That's pretty much everything. I never really know what to say in a Pan That palette update because there's not really too much to say most of the time. And that is everything. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here and want to see more videos from me, and I'll catch you guys all in my next one. Bye!